Well, last year, rules temporarily changed in Texas, allowing for additional types of doctor appointments to happen virtually. Now, as the state returns to more normalcy, there are some questions about whether that broader use of telemedicine will continue. As KXAN investigator Arzo Dos explains, some pain patients hope it can be a permanent option.
David Patterson loves being in his backyard with his pup, Amber. It's one of the few things he's been doing during this pandemic. He's a cancer survivor and worries about getting the virus.
If I get affected with my pre-existing conditions, my wife gets affected, it can cause, basically severe consequences or even death.
Patterson, who lives in Bastrop, also deals with chronic back pain.
I have disc impingement. I also have spinal cord damage in my lower back. I also have cervical spine damage, severe.
He says treatments have come through telemedicine thanks to the doctors at Advanced Pain Care. So he was surprised to find out he couldn't schedule a virtual appointment.
There's a lot of us have not been vaccinated yet with the vaccine, so we cannot afford to take the chances.
Dr. Mark Malone with the Pain Management Group says they stopped telemedicine for about 2 weeks because there was some confusion. He says they understood some patients' concerns, so instead they offered curbside appointments during that time.
And when Governor Abbott lifted his emergency order in early March, it was widely thought that the medical board also rescinded their rule on telemedicine. But it turns out there was a separate rule allowing us to continue with telemedicine.
A spokesperson with the Texas Medical Board says the board's emergency rule expanding the use of telemedicine is still in effect. Also, the board's emergency rule dealing with prescriptions was just renewed earlier this month and will continue until May 1st. It allows phone refills of certain prescriptions to chronic pain patients, as long as the patient has been seen by the prescribing health professional in the last 90 days, either in person or by telemedicine.
I'm a former pain patient, so I really understand what they're going through. These people really do need medicine and treatment, and it won't wait.
Patterson says his back has gone out twice in the last 2 months. He hopes telemedicine will be a more permanent option.
And it needs to be an option for all, not just for one. And it needs to be an option for people with pre-existing conditions such as myself and people who have disabilities.
Arzo Dos, KXAN investigates.
Well, during his State of the State address last month, Governor Greg Abbott said he wants to permanently expand access to telemedicine. Several bills have been introduced this session and include expansion of emergency telemedicine services in rural communities and deal with reimbursements and payment of claims. Dentists are also pushing for teledentistry. A lawsuit was filed against the Texas State Board of Dental Examiners and board members last month, challenging a rule that prohibits dentists from doing appointments virtually. Now, a recent study shows that as many physician offices closed down last February as well as April, the use of telehealth quickly escalated. In Texas, just in April, there were 796,000 insurance claims filed. About 27% were for behavioral and mental health treatment. That number tapered off after practices reopened and did a combination of in-person and telehealth appointments.